This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Adam effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Adam effect. Join the movement.
This is the Adam effect. Achieve things out of mind.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you're at the bottom, you know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. Shout out to the Atoms. Shout out to the Eves. This is the Blac Pill podcast on a Saturday. We in the building, man. Y'all know what it is. How was everybody's 4th of July? One time for 4th of July, man. One of my favorite holidays. I didn't really get to celebrate the way I wanted because it was raining out here. It was actually raining today. I almost didn't come here today, but it stopped raining. So I'm like, okay, let me make sure the show is at its best capacity. Shout out to all our supporters, man. Y'all know we streaming on 6 platforms. What up, everybody? What up, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitch, Facebook. Did I say Facebook already? Yeah, I did.
What the hell, bro?
My bad. Let me do it again. What up, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X. YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, Rumble, and what else? And Kick, we in here. Yes, sir. And we got a good show for you on this Saturday, July 5th, 2025. We have Cassie and Diddy sued by one of the male escorts that they were engaging in fornication with. Ninja. Yes, sir. So this ninja's name is Clayton Howard, and Clayton Howard claims that Cassie gave him an STD, ninja. Yes. And aborted their pregnancy. So that's today's main event. Past that, that's the show. We got a couple other things I'll show you. Let me pull myself up in here. Hold up. Where we at? Yes, sir, we in here. What's up with the stream? Why is the stream lagging? Why is the stream lagging? I don't know why the stream is lagging. Yeah, Ninja, I got no clue why the stream is lagging, but we in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that pull up in here. We got to figure it out. Like I said, I'm assuming it's because it's raining. Yeah, man, I'm assuming because it's raining. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. But we're going to keep on pushing and persevering for success. Shout out to everybody watching the show. Let's get right with it. A couple disclaimers. If the stream messes up, I apologize. Like I said, the weather's going to be kind of messing up the stream every now and then. Past that, it looks like it's lagging on my side. If it's not lagging, woo, Other than that, quick disclaimer, viewer discretion is advised, people. Yeah, like I said, the stream pissing me off, so bear with me if I tweak out. If you see Black Adam crashing out, don't think too much of it. I just don't like when my shit mess up and I pay money for it. Past that, yeah, viewer discretion is advised. This is dark humor, no pun intended. I am BA. Let me pull up my advertisements. Yes, sir. Oh, shout out to Voidling. Voidling, you gotta go away for now. But yeah. So yeah, man, I don't know what's up with the stream. Like I said, maybe I gotta restart the computer. I don't know. I should have restarted the computer before we started, but oh well, we're gonna get right with it. Y'all answer the poll in the chat. Question is, well, first off, but the question is, does Clayton Howard have a solid case? Vote and tell us what you think. And the two answer choices are Cassie is not innocent or Clayton is after the bag. So shout out to YouTube. Y'all answer that poll in the chat if we have anybody in here today, because I know everybody is recovering from yesterday. Even me, Ninja. Even me. I'm recovering from yesterday. But let's get right with it, man. Hey, man, YouTube, fix yourself, bro. Or stupid program, fix yourself, bro. All right, first things first. Let me see what's going on here. We have UK. Shout out to the pigs. First off, shout out to the pigs. Shout out to the pigs. But we have the United Kingdom police arresting an 83-year-old priest for holding a sign which reads, "I oppose genocide. I support Palestine action." Don't even know what that means, but here we go.
You make us proud, auntie. Look after yourself.
You're a hero. You are a hero.
Auntie, I thought that was a gentleman.
What the hell?
Yeah.
You, not so much.
Anyways, that's not part of the show, but I like to start with whatever I see first. Let's get into the show, man. Yeah, y'all answer the poll in the chat. First things first, we have congratulations in order to Speed. Shout out to iShowSpeed. We got to shout him out. So there are rumors going around on the internet streets that iShowSpeed has signed a mega contract worth over $600 million with Twitch for 2 years. After Speed became verified on the platform earlier today. That means he's making $590 per minute, $38,300 per hour, and $919,800 per day. Shout out to Speed. Ninja. Yeah, hey man, we gotta run it up. Hopefully we do the same thing one time for Speed again. Yeah, once I get the Wi-Fi fixed, Ninja, it's a done deal. Y'all ninjas lucky I'm messing with. You know, I'm playing with my little baby money. Let me get this Wi-Fi fixed and let me get everything I need to get set up. It's a done deal. I'm pushing and persevering. This is competition, so I'm competing. This is war. Shout out to Drizzy. Shout out to Drizzy. And for those of you who don't know, Drake dropped the song. What Did I Miss? It was decent. I like it. Scale of 1 to 10, I give it an 8. It was nice. And I would play an excerpt from it, but I can't because you know how copyrights work. But they are gonna I believe that Drake is gonna drop a solo album. We probably will do a black what do we call it? I forgot what it was called, the Blacklist. Shout out to the Blacklist. Damn. Ninja been all over the place. Yeah, we might do a Blacklist stream to that. And for those of you who don't know, the Blacklist is where we do album reviews and music reviews. Reason why it's not really popping off the way it would is because we still are trying to figure out how to not get the copyright. You know how not to get the copyright, but we always get copyrighted every time we do one of them streams. So I kind of stopped doing it because I'm trying to monetize my page. So it's actually affecting my monetization. But for Drizzy, we got to stop and do that, and we will do that. Shout out to the gentleman right here, man. Law and Order with Black Adam. Let's get it. We have this black brother right here bragging online about pimping women for profit. Now he's locked up for 35 years. Yep, fellas, I keep telling y'all, and I speak from the perspective of being mentored by a pimp. Hey man, society does not like pimps. Pimps are considered like the bottom feeders of the earth, right? And the reason why is because you know what they do. Man, I hate when my stream lag, bro. That shit pissed me off so much. I'm just like, why is it lagging? What's the problem? Finna piss me off. What's the problem? Anyways, back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my stream. Yeah, so we're gonna let this gentleman speak for himself. Here we go.
Cause they put this pimping first, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm really pimping more. You dig what I'm saying?
A man bragged online about being a pimp. Now he's going to prison for human trafficking. This is Cedric Dorsey II, also known as Cash Chasin SUED. He was posting all over social media, flashing Versace, luxury cars, stacks of cash, calling himself so pimpish. He wasn't hiding it. He was flexing the money he made off controlling women. But here's what was really going on. Police first caught on after a domestic violence call in Bellevue, Washington. That's when they uncovered the truth. This wasn't just abuse. It was trafficking. Cedric was forcing his girlfriend to work in hotels, setting up ads and collecting all her money. He moved her from city to city, Seattle, Bellevue, Kent, SeaTac, and even Vegas, making sure every dollar came back to him. When she tried to leave, he stomped on her face. Hospital records proved the abuse. Police raided his home. They found $12,000 in cash and 3 firearms, including a banned AK-47.
Yep, gentlemen, keep trying to pimp out here. Good luck.
And those social media posts, they used them in court. His own words.
Boom. What did I been tell y'all? I've been telling y'all, bro. Now's the time to be a square. Shout out to all the squares of America. Yeah. Not in today's time. In today's time, it does not make sense for you to turn around and want to be a criminal. Don't be a criminal in today's society. They are watching. They are watching. Now, of course, my message will fall short on or fall deaf on many ears. And that's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm not talking to the people who are not listening. I'm talking to the people who are listening. Shout out to all my people who listen to my show. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Nah. Yeah, don't put yourself in that position. Here we go.
Bragging about pimping helped convict him.
Cause they put this pimping first, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm really pimping more. You dig what I'm saying?
A man.
And he thought it was cool. Now they got him. Let's continue. We have Coco Austin giving Body of the Year. Shout out to Ice-T. Now here's Coco. Here's Coco with that body. Like I said, y'all, if the stream lagging, I apologize. It is bad weather right now. We have a flash flood in effect. That's why it's actually so dark right now. Believe it or not, it's very dark. I have the brightness up, but yeah, man, we got Coco Austin sitting here putting that body, as Megan Thee Stallion would say. She got that body, yaddy. Let me see. Where we at? Let me make her bigger. Yo, they messing up my stream, bro. So annoying. That shit hurts my feelings. After putting in years of work or a year of work. I hate when my shit mess up. You need the stream to work properly. It has to work properly. It's a non-negotiable for the show to work. Let's continue. About to waste the whole hour in here now because people finna be up and leaving. They ain't finna stay and watch. All right, more Law and Order with Black Adam, man. Melody came in the room. We have 5 individuals hospitalized, and this happened about 20 hours ago. 5 individuals were hospitalized following a boat explosion on Lake Lanier. Let's see.
You need to leave.
The fire department was here.
EMT is here.
That's blow up.
They're looking.
It's gonna blow up.
Are we too close? No, we're too close.
Damn.
They put it out now.
I wonder what happened. They said that's like swimming in the graveyard. They said we don't go there. We're looking at the comments, by the way. Comments say, I seen a post earlier that someone said their coworker was going there for the 4th and for people to start applying for their job, but I hope everyone is okay. And I guess there's some skepticism around going to Lake Lanier. The lake always on it. Denzel, child, I'm leaving here with something. Lord, when would they learn? Yeah, so supposedly there's some skepticism around Lake Lanier. I don't entirely know too much, but we'll keep you guys updated. Next, more Law and Order with Black Adam. We have a New Orleans police officer dying from a BBL procedure. Ninja. I told y'all, ninjas. I've been telling y'all, ladies. Shout out to the Eves everywhere. I've been telling y'all, bro. Stop with the BBLs. So we have a New Orleans police officer dying from a BBL procedure. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but it's spelled WILDELIS. Wild lease. Will DeLease. We're going to say Will DeLease. Will DeLease Rosa, 26 years old, told her family she was traveling from New Orleans, or New Orleans as they like to say. Shout out to all my New Orleans people, New Orleans, to Miami for her birthday in March, but not that she had planned to undergo an operation. Her older sister, Anamine Vasquez, told NBC6. So Rosa paid $7,495 for the BBL cosmetic procedure, which typically ranges from $6,000 to $18,000 in the United States, but is known to be notoriously cheaper in Miami. Shout out to Cool Breeze. We got Cool Breeze in the building. What up? My bad on the stream though. If my stream tweak out, it's because it's raining out here. Shout out to Mary Lynn. Mary Lynn said Cassis culpable. Shout out to Mary Lynn. Mary Lynn, I'm here to tell you, I have a somewhat large or vast amount of etiquette, but I don't know what Cassis culpable means, okay? We're just gonna put that out there. But you need to leave. I agree with you though. I agree with you, whatever you were saying, baby. I agree with you. But yeah, so Rosa was recovering, and please answer the poll in the chat. Shout out to everybody watching. But Rosa was recovering at a short-term rental and told her family about her BBL 3 days after the surgery. However, Rosa's family said they immediately had a feeling in our guts like something is wrong. I texted her and said, I hope you're doing okay and you're enjoying your birthday, but there was no answer back, Vasquez said. The next morning on March 23rd, an unidentified friend staying with Rosa found her unresponsive after she collapsed in the bathroom. They immediately performed CPR on her, but she was already gone. Ninja. What I'm telling, look, ladies, shout out to all the Eves, man. Shout out to all my ladies. Ladies, you know I love you. You know I love you, and to say that, I'll say this. If you love somebody, you know you try and protect them. So I'm telling y'all, bro, don't get a BBL. Now, shout out to all the doctors who say I'm ruining their practice and ruining their funds. I personally don't care, right? I don't care. And the reason why is because, like I said, this whole body dysmorphia thing, I understand some of us suffer from it. I suffer from body dysmorphia as well. Will I go under the knife for a surgery that's going to risk complications resulting in death? I think not. And I think you should have the same sentiment. And now I understand I'm a guy. I understand the whole beauty standard is different. But like I said, them BBLs is not what you think. They're selling you an idea on social media that's not real. It's not real. Now let me reinforce my point. Watch this, people. 1 second. We're going to go to TikTok real quick. I've done this before and I'll do this again. 1 second. Bear with me, y'all. Where TikTok at? We going to TikTok. Follow me. Where we at? TikTok. Here we go. Now watch this, people. And we've done this before. We got to do it again to reinforce the point. Let me see if I have it still saved in the search. BBL. No, we don't. BBL. Story time. BBL smell. Let's start here. Here we go.
Just because I wasn't afraid to get on here and say my BBL smelled like dumpster juice and y'all are
dumpster juice. Did y'all hear what I just said? Did you hear what this lady just said? Dumpster juice. And shout out to KB. KB says she enjoyed 4th of July celebration. She didn't celebrate it, but happy celebrating to all. Yes, I didn't celebrate either. Shout out to everybody that celebrate 4th of July. A lot of people don't. And I understand why. I understand the sentiment. I just like the fireworks aspect and people coming together and having barbecue and making barbecue food. That's just me. But yeah, back to today's topic at hand. Yeah, bro, dumpster juice. That's what BBL smell like. Now, shout out to all the ladies with BBLs. Sorry I had to catch this stray, bro.
What the hell, bro?
You feel me? I ain't do it on purpose, but that's what they said. So, you know, don't shoot the messenger. I ain't said, they said. Shout out to this young queen right here. She said it, not me. Here we go. Hold up.
don't make me the villain.
This is the ongoing fascinating saga of a woman whose BBL stank.
So in part one, I was telling y'all how my sit-down ear was stinking real bad. And it got to the point to where I had to carry around a bottle of air freshener or a bottle of perfume.
So how could it...
Hold on. I got to bring up my other sounds 1 second because y'all need to understand.
What the hell?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. No way.
A bottle of air... Sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny. That's nasty. You know how nasty it gotta smell? And you gotta bring air freshener with you?
How could a BBL cause somebody's sit-down air to stink really badly? Well, there are a number of...
And shout out to Mana. What up, Mana? We got Mana in the chat. Shout out to everybody that be in here, man. I appreciate all of y'all. On these internet streets, y'all my family. In the club, we all fam, okay? In the club, we all fam.
But what the hell, bro?
But let's get it.
Possible causes. Obviously, cleanliness and hygiene may have something to do with it, especially if you've had a BBL and things aren't feeling the same down there. But it also could be due to medical conditions. Let's hear a little bit more from her.
When I say that BBL really ruined my life, I even lost my boyfriend behind it. He was...
Hold on. Hey. Ladies, I'm trying to help, gang. You my gang. I'm trying to help you, gang. Okay? You feel what I'm saying? Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Telling me the whole time, like, you're stinking real bad down there and I can't stomach it. It was the truth. It got to the point to where when I would get my laundry out of the dryer, it would still smell like that raw eating flesh.
Now, if you've ever...
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Ladies, shout out, ladies. Share this with your friend. Clip this little piece and share this with your friends that want it. Tell them they're gonna smell bad for a long period of time. Now, if you're strong enough to do that, that's cool. Y'all see my nose? Shout out to the old people. I remember one time when my stream first started popping off, right? When my stream first started popping off, I remember ninjas, you know, they was on my head. They was like, yo, this ninja got a big nose. They was like, this ninja got a bell pepper nose. Big nose takes all the air. I was sitting there like, I was like, okay. But they was right, though. They was right. Because look. I can smell really well. Okay, I can smell really well. And I'm here to tell you, bro, as a woman, I don't speak for all the men. I speak for myself, ninja, and I speak for my atoms. As a man, as a woman, when I smell a woman, you gotta smell good. I don't care if you ain't washed yourself, whatever. You gotta smell good, period, okay? I don't give a damn. I cannot be around women that's, look, the reason why I don't like being around ninjas, shout out to all my atoms. I'm talking about the rest of the ninjas. These ninjas out here is dirty. That's why I don't like being around ninjas. Ninjas be walking around smelling stank, bro. I be like, what the hell? Go to the gym stinking, bro. Oh my God, no way. Go to the gym stinking. I'm like, bro, look. Shout out to Cool Breeze. Shout out to Cool Breeze. But yeah. Let me finish what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I appreciate the compliment. But yeah, bro, I can't, bro. So yeah, as a woman, bro, you gotta smell good, bro. That's on me, bro.
Ever worked in healthcare, you know that the thing that smells the absolute worst, worse than anything, is rotten flesh. This is worse than the smell of somebody just not cleaning back there, and that's how she's describing this.
Look, people, the smell of rotten flesh is the smell of like dead people. Not to say it like that, right? Not to say it like that, but the smell of rotten flesh is the smell of dead people, like decomposing and shit. That's what they say. Now, I ain't trying to smell that smell, and that's the smell you'll never forget. If that's what they saying BBL smell like, I'm here to tell you, baby, don't do it. Don't do it. And like I said, I don't mean to always take time out of the show to explain this. I'm not trying to stop nobody's shine. I know y'all want the ass shots and shit. I'm just saying, bro, if you have to choose between having a big butt and like smelling good, bro, pick smelling good, because y'all gotta understand there's girls with big butts like naturally, right? And they smell good. Why you want to compete with a girl and then you don't smell good? You're still gonna lose. And I'm not saying that to be mean or rude. Shout out to KB. KB said hygiene is number one for me, and that's how everybody should feel. Gentlemen, take care of yourself, brother. Take care of yourself, okay? Don't be stinking out here, bro. Don't be walking around people stinking out here. Even when I be at the gym, bro, when I'm at the gym sweating, if I don't smell good, I be sitting there like,
but what the hell, boy?
I'm like, yo, is that me? I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I take a shower before the gym, after the gym, and I sweat a lot. Like when I be working out and shit, and I go sit in the sauna. So I don't play about being stank, bro. When people around me and they be stank, bro, I be putting my nose like this to let them know. I be like that. I be like, just to let them know, bro. They be like, damn, what's wrong with your face? I said, you, my ninja, you stink, bro.
Fortunately, the people who watched her video did not like her explanation, and see what happened afterwards.
I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things.
Although some people may have a hard time cleaning back there when their behind is so much larger, it doesn't sound like that's the case with her. Fat necrosis, where the fat dies, is a known complication of BBL surgery, and if that fat gets infected, it could smell badly and actually drain. Now, the only people who know what happened are the patient and her surgeon, so let's give her the final word.
Oh, I got my BBL surgically removed because my sit-down one was stinking real bad. BBL stink, do you hear me? And it's not coming from the vagina or the beehole. It's coming from the incisions that they cut to inject the fluid and the fat in your butt, okay? There's people in the comments saying, oh, you wasn't washing up right. Come on, let's be real. It's coming out of the incision. It fucking stink. I don't care what y'all say. It stink. And it
Hey man, that's pretty much reinforced my point. Hey bro, y'all be killing me in the chat, bro. Why? First off, shout out to KB. KB, I'm sorry that happened to you. Why Mana said Jesus that went south fast? Mana. Mana.
oh my God, no
Yo, bro. Yo, y'all gotta chill in the chat, bro. I'm sorry, KB, that happened, bro. Y'all ninjas wilding in the chat, bro. Y'all killing me, bro. Anyways, let's get back to the show. Y'all make the emotions go all over the place, bro. Anyways, y'all make me uncomfortable, bro. Yo, almost dropped tears just now. Y'all ninjas wilding, bro. Where we at, bro? Let's get back to the show. Ninjas just wilding in the chat, man. Y'all funny, though. Shout out to my internet family. Shout out to the core. All right, let's get right with it. Yeah, man, so I say all that to reinforce my point, man. Stay away from them BBLs, and BBLs is not good. They not good. They is not good. Continuing on, y'all answer that poll in the chat. We got this lady right here talking to Shannon Sharp. I forget her name, but y'all finna let me know. Here we go.
Like to eat?
He asked her if she likes to eat. Here we go. Shout out to the BBWs. We love you too if you got a pretty face. Yes, sir. Nah, shout out to KB. KB, yeah, we gotta, respect to the people who passed away. I always say respect the people who passed away because they can't defend themselves. And, it may be unfortunate and complicated situations. So that's all that is right there. Here we go.
Hell yeah, I like to eat. What you think? I got air in me? What the hell is wrong with you? Asking me dumb questions. He literally looked at my big ass and say, do you like to eat? No, I went by the gas station and put the air pump in my ass to Shannon. That's how I got blowed up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be your size.
You like to eat?
I like to eat. That was just a laugh for y'all because y'all just took this shit all over the place just now. We got to bring it back full circle because ninjas went grave real quick. Yeah, KB went grave real quick. KB said what she said. Mana said, Jesus, that was Yo, y'all got to come to, shout out to all the platforms, bro. Y'all got to come to the YouTube chat, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. I'm not finna say it was funny because it wasn't funny. Let's just stop there. And I know I do dark humor, but nah, that's a little bit too dark for me, okay? Anyways, we got Dave Chappelle on Diddy's freak off parties. Now, this is some old footage. This is a little excerpt I like to bring here, like I said, just so we can understand what's going on, since today's stream is about the ninja that's accusing and suing Diddy and Cassie. Here we go.
I've been in trouble in my day. Well, I've been in a lot of trouble in my day, but man, let me tell you something. This guy, Puffy, buddy, this guy is in an enormous amount of trouble. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. They got this guy in a RICO case by himself.
Real quick, yeah. Shout out to y'all. I'm just finna say too. That's why I always say the disclaimer. This is dark humor, people. We do dark humor. So I always tell you guys, I have poor social cues, so I'm gonna laugh when things aren't funny, and then when things are funny, y'all finna see me like straight face. So, sometimes things that's not funny, when I get uncomfortable, I'm that type of ninja that I'll laugh. So y'all made me uncomfortable right there. So that's why I started laughing, because I was like, whoa. In my head, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but it just made me laugh. I'm sorry. My bad. Because it was unexpected for Mana to say that. So Mana said, KB said somebody she knew was like brutally like brutally like taken out the game, right? And then Mana came and said, Jesus, that went south fast. I don't know why, it just made me laugh, bro, because it wasn't expected. But like I said, no disrespect to you and yours on KB. That was, you know, we all fam here in the club. In the club, we all fam, okay? My bad. Here we go.
A lot of my friends ask me, they say, Dave, did you know anything about those freak off parties? I'd be like, nah, man. I don't know anything about the freak off. And they all look at me like, and they be like, well, how all these people you know was at the freak off, but you're the only one that wasn't at the freak off. And I thought about it for a minute. I said, oh my God. I'm ugly.
Oh, man.
That's a tough way to find that out. Can you imagine if you were me reading the newspaper and found out everyone in Hollywood had an orgy behind your back? Like none of y'all called me? Well, it really hurts. I'm glad they didn't call me though, because the stories that come out about it are crazy. I saw one thing on the internet, so I'm not sure this is true. Probably doubt it's true, but I saw it. Some guy who said he knew Puff was like, yeah, man. He's like, I was at the freak off one time and I went in the back room and Puff was in there with Carl Winslow, with Dad from Family Matters. He was smashing and I was like, Puff, what are you doing? And he was like, yeah, it feels good to make another man do your bidding. And I was like, what the hell? No way,
yeah, y'all niggas wild. Hey, like, bro, like, I be seeing shout out to all the gangbangers, right, bro? One thing gangbangers gotta stop doing, bro. When you ninjas make another ninja, you know, you catch your op. The opposition. You catch the opposition lacking in the streets, right? So, you know, you pour the glizzy on him. You pour the metal on him. So when you pour the metal on him, why do I see videos on social media? And correct me if I'm wrong if y'all haven't seen this. I see videos on social media where these ninjas proceed to assault this ninja with the Glockiana, right? And turn around and make the ninja strip.
What the hell?
Why are y'all making the ninja strip? Like, what kind of, I mean... And y'all want people to take y'all serious, bro. Here we go.
Oh my God. Carl Winslow from Family Matters was there, and I wasn't invited.
Hey man, shout out to Dave Chappelle. What else to say? Yeah. If y'all know my story, you know I tell y'all stories of back in the day, back when I was sticking and moving, and back when I was sticking and moving, I told y'all before, I've been invited. Black Adam has been invited to a couple orgies. Yes. You need to leave. Now the reason why I can come out and say this is because I never went, because when I first heard it, I was a little young. So like I said, when I first heard it, I said,
But what the hell, boy?
You know, I had a woman I was taking to one of them things, one of them freak offs, as we like to say. This back when I was staying in the H. What up, H-Town? We in the building. Gang, we in the building, gang. But yeah. So look, follow me. So yeah, you know, she was in a trench coat, and I've told this story before. I'll continue to tell this story. She was in a trench coat, and she had, you know, she had told me, she was like, yeah, I'm going to this party or whatever. If you want, you could come. I'm like, what you mean I could come? Cause you know, I'm doing Uber at the time. I'm an Uber driver, driving people. So she like, yeah, you know, you could take me. You know, I can bring you as my plus one. So I'm like, yo, so like, what kind of party is this? And at first she wasn't saying it. She was just kind of describing it to me. And I was like, bro, so like, what you talking about? Like a sex party? She was like, yeah, like one of those. So then she was, I mean, I can't say too much because I'm not finna expose that. But basically she just told me, she was like, yeah, so the way it works is like, as a dude, unless you like pay to get in, you got to be somebody plus one, or you got to bring a woman. If you bring a woman, then you can come in. And then, like I said, it's different things. Like when you get into that world, I call it the underworld. When you get into the underworld or dark side of the world, and I'm not the one that coined that term. I've heard that term. It's the best way to describe it. When you get into the underworld of society, there are things that go on that people know about. So like, for example, it's certain bracelets or certain, like, not bracelets, but like, yeah, like charms or like ankle bracelets that people wear to say they're a certain kind of person. It's shit like that. So that way it's indicators that we're both kind of in the same kind of thing. You feel me? But yeah. She invited me. Another dude invited me. I was just like, yeah, ain't no way. But back then, really, what it was is I wasn't really comfortable, and I'm still not comfortable sexually engaging in fornication with people around. That's a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I could do all that. I'm comfortable with myself and the person that I'm with. Other than that, I can't really do all that. But let's continue. We got more to show you guys. All right, so we are officially in the future, people. Shout out to the world. We are officially in the future. So we don't know the validity of this, but it's on social media. And right now we have researchers at Osaka University in Japan have officially identified a drug that could extend human lifespan up to 250 years. Ninja. Welcome to the future, people. Welcome to the future. So the drug is called IU1, and it can significantly slow aging by enhancing the protein quality control systems in cells, and may even open the door to extending human life up to 250 years. One time for the human race. Yes, sir. Shout out to KB. Yeah, KB, I told you, Mana. Yeah, Mana is something else, bro. Mana is something else. Aging is an inevitable process, often accompanied by various diseases. Blah, 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 blah. The researchers investigated the relationship between two key protein quality control systems, simultaneously boosting autophagy. The synergistic mechanism could help reduce aging-related muscle weakness and increase lifespan. So like I said, we are officially in the future, people. Let's get it. That's a good thing. Shout out to the world. Yeah, Mana is a comic, if you will. Continuing on, we have somebody try to take YK Osiris out the game right here. So basically, he suffered an allergic reaction. I thought somebody put the pause on this ninja, but yeah, basically, he suffered an allergic reaction, and this is how he was looking. Here we go.
Allergic reaction. It's going down though. But it's an allergic reaction. I don't know what I ate.
And shout out to KB. KB says she's going home when the Lord calls her. Hey, I feel you, bro. Me personally, I'm not ready to meet my maker no time soon, man. If I could live, I wouldn't say forever, but if I could live like a vampire for a couple 100,000 years or whatever, I would. I enjoy this life. I hate to be sinful, but it's not Sunday today. I hate to be sinful, but yeah, I enjoy this life. I enjoy this life a lot.
Well, that shit fucked me up bad too. Allergic reaction.
And shout out to YK Osiris. Hopefully he's okay. I found out I don't really have any allergies. I found out the other day I might be allergic to the energy drink. The energy drink, what is it called? It was this one energy drink. I can't remember the name, but when I had it, boy, I was itching, boy, and I was like, yo, I'm done. I thought it was over. All right, let's continue, man. We got Jay-Z. Jay-Z is trending. We don't know the validity of this, and everything is for entertainment purposes only and commentary. None of this is real. Shout out to all the people that make it to the show. Please don't sue me. I ain't got the money. I ain't talking like I got the money. I don't. But we have Jay-Z trending because a judge has granted Ramirez's request to move forward with his case. And the judge has demanded Jay-Z to respond to Ramirez's paternity lawsuit. So for those of you who don't know, Jay-Z is trending because his, I'm not going to say his son. Let me stop. We have a guy who supposedly believes that he is the son of Jay-Z. And this is something that's been old in the news way back when. For those of you who don't know the story, he's been saying that Jay-Z's his dad and he wanted to do a paternity test, and Jay-Z has denied the paternity test. So I don't know whether or not this is true, but basically what they're saying is they want Jay-Z to take the paternity test. And people are saying that, you know, he doesn't want to take the test because all the dude wants is money. Other people are saying his mom was 15 at the time and Jay was allegedly 22. Like I said, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know, but we're going to keep you updated because it just started popping off on the net. So we're going to keep you updated on this story because you feel what I'm saying? It probably will become a big story if these things come out. Excuse me. Let's continue. We have Clarissa, whose fight is actually July 26th. Shout out to KB. KB said that's his son. Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't know. But we have Clarissa saying Ivory is a better fighter than Tashiki and Ruffer. And Clarissa's boxing match is going to be on July 26th, not June 26th. I don't know how I messed that up, but yep. Shout out to Twan. We got Twan in the building. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the core. We in here. I feel good seeing all of y'all. We got the core in the building, man. Shout out to Twan. Twan said facts. Look at the test. I mean, take the test. Look at him. He said Jay-Z's nose is on his face. Jay-Z's nose is on his face. All right, so let's let Clarissa discuss how she is going to fight whoever and whatever and what's going on. Let's get it.
The fans were saying that they wanted to see either you or Taseki or you and Ivory.
I think Ivory is the better option. I think she's a better fighter. I think she's more rougher than her.
The fans were saying that they wanted to see either you or Taseki or you and Ivory.
I think Ivory is the better option. I think she's a better fighter. I think she's more rougher than her.
That was it? Damn, that was it? What? Come on, I thought there was more. I thought there was more. All right, man. Y'all know I gotta, I'm not gonna say I have a crush on Clarissa. But she is nice to look at. Shout out to the self-proclaimed greatest woman of all time herself. And Clarissa's fight, like I said, will be July 26th. She's gonna fight. I don't know who she's fighting. I would like tickets, but the tickets are expensive. I know because I'm trying to go get them. I mean, they have the cheaper ones, but I want to be in the front. Past that, if somebody know Clarissa personally, ask her for some tickets. Say this ninja been talking about you. He like you. Shout out to Pap. No disrespect to Pap. Shout out to Pap. But yeah. I would love to see that fight. Let's see what else we got. We have an excerpt from the official Maury show. Shout out to Maury. And we have this queen right here who's trying to figure out who's the dad in this case. Now, you know Maury gets crazy, so it might be a little crazy. Here we go. Shout out to Twan. Twan said, I got a crush on Ronda Rousey. Oh, no, never mind. Shout out to Ronda Rousey. Damn, I forgot she existed. Shout out to Ronda Rousey. Let me think. Yeah, who do I have crushes? I don't know. These people are all regular people to me, you feel me? So I don't really have a crush per se on anybody like that. It's people that I admire. I admire their tenacity, if you know what that is. So I admire Clarissa Shields' tenacity, and I like the way she shit talk. That's pretty much what it is. I like the way she shit talk. When it comes to her fighting, I know she probably takes some of us down. She probably give us a good 1, 2, 3 hit. Like, you know, she's a good fighter. But like I said, I'm not the type of ninja to admire a woman who's taken, like a woman who's spoken for. So that's why y'all see me bring these girls up. Shout out to all these women we bring up. But, you know, it's tough because I'm balling on a budget, and I know they're used to a certain kind of lifestyle. Like I said, I'm like, I'm very real with myself. You know, I'm very transparent, and I'm very self-aware. Shout out to Twan. Twan said, really, any woman with hands on God. Yeah, like I said, a girl that could fight, I'm cool with. I've been with dangerous women, so that's the only reason why I kind of like dangerous women. So I like women that can defend themselves, because in a world where I can't always defend you, you need to be able to defend yourself. That's why I say I'm very realistic. So I like the idea of Clarissa Shields, but when push comes to shove, if we was to sit in front of each other, we might understand each other when it comes to a certain level, but you know, she probably in a certain socioeconomic class that I'm not in. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, shout out to all the ladies we bring on here, man. Now, like I said, first off, let me not say what I want to say. Let me stop. What the hell, bro? Let me stop. But like I said, shout out to all the women that are willing to defend themselves in a society that wants them to not do so. Okay. Let me let Maury say his piece. Here we go.
In the case of 7-week-old Paradise, Kevin is not the father.
Oh. And I told you that, bro. Why you trying to put your uncle up and everything? Now hold on for your research, player. Yeah, let's hold.
In the case of 7-week-old Paradise, sir, you are not the father.
Oh, why he dancing?
It's okay.
And in the case of 7-week-old Paradise, Damien, you are not.
Now, ladies, the reason why I brought this up is because if this ever happens to you, please don't get to, like, why are you on the floor, bro? Why are you on the floor? Why are you on the floor? Don't get on the floor, bro, and start tripping, bro. You're on live TV, bro. Shout out to this lady right here. There was 3 ninjas that wasn't the father in a row, and that's okay. That's okay. But don't land on the floor. Hold on, I got to reset that. Do not land on the floor like something wrong with you, bro. Come on now.
In the case of 7-week-old Paradise, Kevin is not the father.
And I told you that, bro. Why you trying to put your uncle up and everything? Now hold on for your reserves, player. Yep, let's hold.
In the case of 7-week-old Paradise, sir, you are not the father.
He hit the dab. He said dab. He said dab.
It's okay.
And in the case of 7-week-old Paradise, Damien, you are not.
Now look, ladies, shout out to all the Eves that make it to my page. Ladies. Do not do no stupid shit like this. Come on, bro. Why you doing that, bro? I know you on TV, you doing it for the theatrics, bro, but come on, bro. Don't do that, bro. Come on now. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing because you hit the floor. You mad you hit the floor. You hit the floor. Shout out to KB. KB said it because I didn't want to say it. Shout out to KB, bro. KB said, get your ass up. Come on now. Get your ass up, man. What you doing, bro? Don't be on the floor like you tweaking, bro. Come on.
Man, my stuff. No, don't do that. Do not do that. Give me my stuff and I'm about to go. Give me my stuff. I'm finna go. No, Marvin, no, man. I'm embarrassed, man. Leave me alone.
Okay, all right.
I'm gone.
All right, okay.
And now it wasn't that embarrassing, right? First off, what's embarrassing is when you hit the floor because you angry, bro. Don't do that, bro. Come on, bro. You did not have to do that. Look, in the famous words of KB said, get your ass up. Come on now. Get your ass up.
In the case of
All right, man,
7-week-old
let's continue. Just funny shit that I see on social media. Hey, shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Shout out to my white brothers and sisters. Y'all about to get this work. I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Now, I don't know the validity of this, but we have a gentleman, my white brother from another mother. He pukes after smelling his co-host's breath while recording a podcast. Ninja.
You need to leave.
I felt my mouth salivate, and not in a good way, Ninja. That sounded crazy. Big pause. All right, let's get it.
He sat down. Rover caught a whiff. Explain the whiff that he caught, Jeffrey.
Oh, it was my breath.
Now, do you ever notice it?
No, I don't notice it.
We'll see what you ate in a second.
You gotta do it.
Oh!
Get the action camera on.
You really have a special power, Jeffrey. You should look at this as a bad thing. Now breathe in Jeffrey's nose. All right, so it's coming out. We're good.
Ninja, we was just talking about hygiene with the BBLs. Gentlemen, shout out to my Adams everywhere. If you're not an Adam, come become an Adam. But gentlemen, come to the front of the congregation, please, and form a circle. Ninja, you ninjas should not be walking around with stank breath, so stank that when somebody smell your breath, they gotta throw up, Ninja. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. That is disgusting, bro. Have you no shame? Have you no shame, bro? You gotta go take you some Listerine, go get you some Listerine, go get you some Colgate. Next time I'm gonna bring you next stream and I'm gonna teach y'all how to brush y'all teeth. First off, and the smell don't even be in your teeth. The smell be in your tongue. Brush your tongue. Brush your tongue. One more time, here we go.
He sat down. Rover caught a whiff. Explain the whiff that he caught, Jeffrey.
Oh, it was my breath.
Now, do you ever notice it?
No, I don't notice it.
We'll see what you ate in a second.
You gotta do it.
Oh!
You need to leave.
You really have a special power, Jeffrey. You should look at this as a bad thing.
Nice. Yes. And then them niggas sitting there laughing like it's funny, bro. That's disgusting, bro. Why do y'all find it cool to be disgusting, bro? Y'all never convinced me. That's why I'd rather be around women, because women won't do no shit like that. Shout out to my ninjas everywhere. All my white brothers and sisters, all y'all people. Shout out to all y'all. But that's why I keep a select few. Shout out to the Coerced, shout out to the Adams. That's the only ninjas y'all see me rock with. And the reason why is because y'all ninjas is walking around here with stank ass breath, thinking it's normal, blowing your breath in people's face. Your breath smells so bad it makes somebody want to throw up, bro. I had to swallow my spit. I had to swallow my spit. Shout out to KB. KB said I told a woman to her face, her mouth and breath was gagging me. Damn. Shout out to Mana. Mana said stinky breath. I had a teacher that was smelling like she took the principal's funky sausage. Mana. Yo, Mana be wildin', bro. Mana, you be wildin', bro. Yo, hey, bro. I remember one time I was a badass kid when I was in school. And we had this teacher. I can't remember her name. But we was being bad in the lunchroom. This like second grade, bro. So this is around the time the Bionicle movie came out. The Bionicle movie, what was it called? The one with the Mask of Light, the Bionicle Mask of Light movie. So this way back when, like second grade, first grade. So we was being bad in the lunchroom. We started a food fight. Bruh, this lady did some corporal punishment to us, bro. So this lady, all the bad kids, right? I was one of them. She made us stand in line while she ate Cheetos. This is why I could never eat Cheetos. I like hot Cheetos, but I'm saying like Cheetos Puffs. I could eat hot Cheetos Puffs. I can't eat regular Cheetos Puffs. So this lady was chewing the Cheetos and making us smell her breath, bro.
What the hell?
No bullshit, guys. No bullshit, guys. This lady was making us smell her breath, so I don't eat Cheetos. All right, man, it's about to get real pimpish up in here in the show. Y'all hit the like button. We got Sugar Free going off on somebody's granny. It's about to get crazy, bro. Now, I don't condone this type of behavior. Shout out to Sugar Free, though. I don't condone this type of behavior. But ladies, if you like pimps, ladies, this is what you may potentially deal with. And this is just, you know, teachable moments, an educational moment, if you will. Here we go. So he was at one of his shows and him and a woman got into it. Let's get it.
You heard what I said. You want your money back, bitch? Go ask somebody, bitch. Fuck you.
Did y'all hear that? Ladies, y'all want somebody to pimp you out, bruh? That's what you gonna get. Here we go.
You got this motherfucker free. That's why you don't mean shit. Drink your drink and take your dusty ass home, bitch.
Oh. Hold on, I don't even know what to play. I don't want to play the Joker one, but yeah, some evil people in the world. I'm not saying Sugar Free is evil, but yeah. That's why I stay away from certain situations, because I don't want to be in a place where somebody thinks they could disrespect me. We're gonna run that back. Here we go.
You heard what I said. You want your money back, bitch? Go ask somebody, bitch. Fuck you. You got this motherfucker free. That's why you don't mean shit. Drink your drink and take your dusty ass home, bitch. Punk, bitch.
My bad, y'all. The stream froze because what's the shit? I had a flash flood warning. Let's continue.
Now say something else fucked up to my sister again, you raggedy motherfucker.
Now my question, shout out to them ninjas on the West Coast, bro. My question is that how you guys are talking to your women? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do what you do. I'm just like, do you have the same energy for a ninja? You know, like, do you have the same energy for a ninja? Like, would you talk like that to a ninja? I think not, but I digress in this conversation because I don't think it's all of the West Coast, but some of y'all ninjas just be wilding out here in these streets. Let's get it.
It's all love.
The beat was hard though, but nah. We ain't doing all that, bro. Y'all niggas gotta chill. I be getting mad too, but y'all niggas gotta chill. Shout out to KB. She said a tropical storm is going on right now. Yep. Shout out to Mana. Mana said I used to clean myself after work, but I be begged to wait because I smell good dirty. Mana, I don't know what you saying, bro.
What the hell?
Mana, what you saying, bro?
Oh my God.
I don't know what you saying.
No way, yeah.
Anyways, let's continue. We got Trippie Redd arrested at the Miami International Airport while attempting to board a flight. Who knows what happened? Yeah, I'm on a wildin', bro. I don't know what's up with this ninja. But yeah, this is Trippie Redd, and Trippie Redd seems to have a mop in his head, ninja. This ninja got a mop in his head. I don't know what happened to his hair. I guess he cut his hair, but, and no disrespect to the locks. Yeah. I mean, I'm just looking like, bro, this is not real hair and it's okay, but like, what happened to the hair? Like, we like the actual Trippie dreads, like the real Trippie dreads. Now they could have thinned out, you know, getting older, male pattern baldness. I know about that a little bit, so I get it. But yeah, shout out to Trippie. Hopefully he figures it out. Let's continue. We have this lady right here who says she fell for the smile of her man and not the bank account. Let's get it.
Ma'am, may I ask, what made you fall in love with him?
Oh, it was his charming smile and how affectionate he is.
Now, I have a feeling this might be AI, but I'm not entirely sure. But this is why I tell you guys question everything. Let's get it.
Ma'am, may I ask, what made you...
Shout out to KB. KB said that Mana's women like his dirty smell. Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about all that. What I have been told is, like, I've been told by women that I've dealt with that they like my natural smell. I've been told that.
What the
yeah.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, I've had women tell me they like my natural smell. I do eat healthy. I've stopped eating healthy for like the last 2 months. I'm gonna get back on it. So I eat really, really healthy. Like, not all the time, but I'm saying like Whole Foods and shit like that. Like, I'll drink like water with lime and salt. Like, I do things like that, and I do that for like a long period of time, and I eat salad every day. So that could be why. Yeah, I mean, it just depends. Some people like your natural pheromones. That's why I always tell y'all, deal with people that actually like you, and you'll know that they actually like you because they're actually attracted to you and they like the way you smell. They want to be around you. You feel what I'm saying? Let's continue. We got DJ AK discussing something here. Here we go.
I think Yo Miami was in a freak up. This is your opinion.
Oh, so this piece of footage right here is DJ AK. Shout out to academics. As we segue into the main event. So we have academics discussing that Young Miami might have joined one of Diddy's freak offs. Let's get it.
And this is not.
Listen,
she mentioned getting peed on. Do you think that? Again, when I mean freak offs, do you think Diddy would have other either sex worker or men penetrate her?
Yes.
Really?
And this is Diddy's producer, Lil Rod. So, I mean, I don't know what to believe. And shout out to Young Miami. Please don't try and sue me or send me a cease and desist because I ain't got no bread. Or I ain't got no bread that you would want. All money ain't good money. My money ain't good to you. Here we go.
Listen,
a Dade County bitch.
Bro, I witnessed. Look, man.
Carisha not on that. Real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga.
Look, allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah. That's the good word. Yeah.
Allegedly. On the boat.
Oh, and y'all answer that poll in the chat and also hit the like button for the show and share the live stream, share the podcast with whoever you know that you think would benefit from watching this little array of whatever I do. Please and thanks. Here we go.
I seen him with Diddy, Young Miami, and Justin, and another girl sleep in the same room all night.
Wait, hold on. All right, hold on, Tama. Yeah. You said you seen who and what?
Yeah, Justin. This is not the first time.
No, wait. Break it. You said on the yacht, you seen who was in the room?
Diddy, Justin, Young Miami, and another.
I think Young Miami.
Hold on. We got more. This is wild.
It might have been 2 more other girls as well.
So Diddy.
So we don't know the validity of this, and when Diddy comes out, Diddy, please don't send the Goonies after me, Ninja, because I'm just doing my show, Ninja. Okay, but they said that they seen Diddy, Young Miami, another girl, and Justin, I'm assuming is his son, Justin Combs, which makes no sense.
What the hell?
That's disgusting.
Oh my God, no way.
Let's get it.
There was running the father, like, there was running a LeBron and Bronny play. Oh shit.
All the time, bro.
So you think Diddy was throwing Young Miami to Justin? Absolutely. Yo, hold that, Just.
No comment.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's a win-win for Justin. You know what I'm saying?
Man, maybe them Lori Harvey things was true. Nah, no way. You with your own two eyes, allegedly, big word, allegedly. You allegedly saw in the same room Diddy, Young Miami, Justin Combs, another woman. It was another, so it was 4 or 5. I think you said maybe 2 more other women.
I think it was 2 women besides. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure.
That's called a handicap match.
Girl, it might have been
Hold on.
Man, it's a 2-on-3. You heard what I'm saying? It's 2 niggas and 3 chicks. Holy, it was getting busy in there. Damn.
Because the other 2 girls, it's not like I seen them all the time. I may have seen them like twice. One girl in particular for sure, but I can't remember if I allegedly seen her go in there. But I do know I seen her and the other girl like hanging around, kissing on the yacht, just, you know what I'm saying, like booed up a little bit.
Based on what you allegedly
Shout out to Twan. Shout out to KB. KB said all of them just nasty, allegedly. Facts. And shout out to Twan. Twan said not Steve Harvey's daughter. One thing I want to say, and I've seen this comment, so I'm going to say it. One thing that we have to remember is I think people have to also differentiate between the freak-offs and the celebrity parties, because those were both kind of going on around the same time. So first it was the celebrity parties, and then afterwards they said it was the after party, which was like the freak-offs and shit. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is. All I know is when they discussed the hotels, they said them hotels would stink, bro. I was like, ew. Yeah. I mean, hey man, shout out to KB. KB said, yep, Twan, her too, damn shame. And I'm just like, bro, I mean, I'm not really, bro, it's freaker leaks out here in these streets, bro. Okay?
What the hell, bro?
It's a lot of freaker leaks out here, bro. It's a lot of freaker leaks out here. People have their own kinks. So I don't really kink shame. I got shit that I like. I won't tell y'all what I like ever. But I ain't doing no shit like that. That's a bit extreme. That's a bit too extreme for me. Now, like I said, they had me in the first half. Shout out to KB. KB said, I don't know none of these people anyways. They had me in the first half when it was like, oh, voyeurism, like the whole idea of the art and voyeurism. But after that, when it came into the freak off part, like I said, they freak leaks, bro. Shout out to Mana. Mana said, I had a landlord that didn't put deodorant also because of his crazy girl. I know. Yeah. But yeah, man. So like I said, them people freaker leaks, bro. They do what they want to do. That's it. You can't really. I don't really judge them for what they do. I'm just saying the whole. All right, now Diddy, when you pressing ninjas about the girls you freaker leaking with, it's like you can't be mad at them for dealing with other ninjas, because they're not only gonna deal with you just because of the money. Because yeah, you feel me. But I digress. Here we go.
Experience and watch. Do you believe that they were having a freak off the night before, or maybe a family slumber party? It might be a slumber party, brother. It might be a slumber party. You know what I mean? Roasting s'mores. You might be reading, huh?
Hey, bro, drugs, alcohol, and loud music, bro. Y'all going in this room at 2, 3 in the morning, coming out the next day 2, 3 in the afternoon. You do the math, allegedly.
Man, it's a 2-on-3. You heard?
Yeah, bro. So you do the math allegedly, ninja. Yeah, I don't know about all that, bro. I don't know about all that. We had this lady right here. Hold on. We got this lady right here, and we're almost at the main event, so hit the like button, people. We got this lady right here. I forget her name, but Diddy's former personal chef says that she's traumatized and terrified after he was acquitted of the most serious charges in his federal sex trafficking trial on Wednesday. Let's get it.
As one of the actual minor victims to Sean Combs' physical assault while I was employed by him, as someone who was a witness to the abuse towards Cassandra Ventura Vine during my time of working for Sean Combs, I would just like to say that this is a grave miscarriage of justice. And I would like to also address that last year on March 20th, I was contacted by the federal government. They showed up at my door with badges. I refused to speak to them because I was terrified. So I was served with a grand jury subpoena. That
Boom. Let me stop that right there. This is what I've been telling y'all, right? So look, I've been telling y'all, cause look, shout out to everybody that been here. KB kind of new, but shout out to Mana and Twan. Shout out to KB too. But yeah, so Mana and Twan have been here since this first happened. We was discussing it. Y'all remember when we was discussing Diddy, Jay-Z, and the Dark Side of Fame way back when? That was like last year, October, I believe. So I remember I told y'all, and I've been telling y'all, like Cassie did not, and you know, no shade to Cassie. I'm just saying Cassie didn't testify because she wanted to expose Diddy for what he was doing, which is what she's trying to make it seem like. Her and her lawyer are trying to make it seem like that. No, Cassie testified just like the rest of them testified because they were federally subpoenaed by the government. I've been telling y'all that. Excuse me. They were federally subpoenaed by the government. So they were trying to figure out whether or not they were a part of this. And that was the whole thing. And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all, where it's like, it's not that Cassie's not innocent or Cassie's guilty. They was trying to figure out whether or not Cassie was moving like Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein. So Cassie was to Diddy what Ghislaine Maxwell would have been, what Ghislaine Maxwell is to Jeffrey Epstein, or Cassie would have been that, right? Depending on whether or not the feds felt like this. And that's why she testified. And this the proof right here, because she even said the feds approached her. Now, the only thing right here, and there's a comment right here that says this, and I like the comment. This comment says, refusing to testify for the government, but testifying for social media is crazy. And that's a W comment. Because if you really felt this way, and you felt this testament, and this ninja sitting in jail, you should have testified, but you ain't want to testify. Here we go.
Day before they left my home in Atlanta, Georgia, I confided in 3 different people about that visit from the feds. Terrified is actually an understatement. By April 11th of 2024, I was being contacted by Sean Combs' initial lawyer, Aaron Dyer. I have a voicemail that he left and text messages stating that Mr. Combs was aware of the visit from the government and that they would like to extend to cover my legal fees. These are facts. This, in my opinion, was witness tampering.
Can't be witness tampering because, well, first off, it can't be witness tampering because you did not go testify. If you had testified, maybe, but you didn't go to testify, so you're not actually a witness. You didn't go. You don't count. You don't count in the trial unless you show up. If you showed up when you got subpoenaed, it would have counted. Here we go.
I was supposed to testify this year on May 20th. I was in New York. It was announced. It was on CNN that I was supposed to be testifying, and I was pulled because I flipped out on the government.
Well, look, there you have it. Why are you flipping out on the government when the government trying to help you testify? And I'm not saying that to discredit her story. I'm just saying you can't do things like this and expect things to go the way you want it to. So the government cannot come to you. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said, teachable moments, people, no shade to this woman. But I'm saying, bro, you can't have the government subpoena you, then come to you and tell you to testify. After that, turn around and flip out on the government, bro. That doesn't make sense. Like,
what the hell, bro?
What are we talking about? Why would you do that? That makes no sense whatsoever. Here we go.
These are also facts. I want to be very clear. As a victim, as a former employee of Sean Combs, I do not feel safe. I am extremely traumatized. I do not know where to go from here. I did submit my own letter to the judge. I stand by everything that I said. I knew that he beat Cassie Ventura fine in 2009. I know that she was dragged from the vehicle, okay? I know that I saw her 2 days later at the London hotel.
Ladies, I'm gonna keep harping on this. Ladies, action through inaction is still action. So if you knew and didn't say anything and now you're waiting till after charges get dropped or he beats the case, it don't count, nigga. It's not gonna count. Because when you had the time to speak, you stayed quiet, and now you want to speak afterwards on social media because you wanted the clout. You wanted everybody to come to your page and talk about it. And I understand, because y'all know I gotta play the social media game too. So you feel me? I know what it is, but you can't turn around and do that and expect people to take you seriously. Here we go.
When me and one of his assistants brought her a bag, okay? This was a miscarriage of justice.
And you're saying stuff that we kind of all, like the writing's on the wall. So you're not really, it's nothing new under the sun. And I hate to say it like that, but I mean, you're saying stuff that was already discussed. Like now you're inserting yourself in. You should have did this when they wanted you to, when they wanted you to testify, when they subpoenaed you. No hate though, I'm just saying. Here we go.
And beyond any of this, I don't really have anything more to say. And I really don't know where to go from here. Just know that I am terrified and I am traumatized.
You don't look traumatized, but hey, I digress, man. Shout out to her for saying her piece. And yeah, man, you know, the crazy thing about it is when it's all said and done, when Diddy comes home, I'm willing to tell y'all, I'm willing to bet a good 50% of the people who turn on him are going to reach out to him for employment. Can you imagine? And I hate to say it like that, but I just understand the dynamic, especially in this economy. Same people that turn on him are going to reach out to him and apologize and say they were federally subpoenaed, and they're going to try and get back in his good graces. And that's what happens when you got billions. Shout out to the billionaires of America, right? Shout out to the billionaires of America, but that's how the game go when you got money and resources. It's just how the economy shifts, how things work, how social dynamics work. Anyways, man, main event, y'all hit the like button. Y'all know what it is. 4, 3, 2, 2. All right, man, y'all know what it is. Hit the like button. Main event. So we have this ninja who popped up out the blue, male escort, who claims that Cassie gave him an STD and alleges she aborted her pregnancy or their pregnancy. Crazy shit, people.
You need to leave.
And now he's suing for his money. And based off of his justifications, let me pull myself up. He claims to have said that he actually reached out to Cassie before he came public with this information because he didn't want to turn it into this kind of debacle, but she never responded. Now listen to this. Where should we go? We're gonna go to academics. Shout out to DJ AK. We're going to academics page. Let me see what we got. All right. Where we at? Here we go. This is the gentleman right here. His name is Clayton Howard. So Cassie's accuser speaks. Me Too took a loss with Cassie because she lied. She lied, and justice comes to all victims, even men. Shout out to KB. KB said, F billionaires, BA, I ain't one. Hey, man, look, the reason why I say that is because I always tell y'all, bro. For example, with me, right? I got big goals for myself. I got big aspirations. I feel like everybody that comes on my page, has the same sentiment. So when I tell y'all, the billionaire thing, I always tell y'all, man, be careful what you do today because you don't know who you're going to be tomorrow. You might fuck around and go play the lottery tonight. Next thing you know, tomorrow you're a millionaire. You don't know. So that's why I tell you, even you, be mindful because when you get into that money, people are going to try and take from you. People will try and take from you, and that's okay because it's expected, but be on point because you don't know what you do when you have that money until you got that money. Then when you got that money, you sitting there like,
But what the hell, boy?
because you don't know what to do. So that way, in case you ever get into that money, you're going to remember what I told you, and you're going to be like, oh, in the back of my head, shit, I got to be on point now. I got to mind mines. Can't let nobody know what I got in my pockets. If they ask, I got to move like I'm broke. You just got to do what you do. So that's why I tell you guys that. And I feel like everybody in this show, everybody that watches this show, nah, man, don't say maybe next life. I feel like every one of us has the propensity and the ability to become a billionaire. All you need is you need the right team around you, the right kind of people around you, and you just need an idea. You need an idea and you need to believe in the idea and believe in yourself. After that, the sky's the limit, because, you know, creativity defines the variable success. I used to say this in my streams. So you just got to believe in yourself and your creativity. And like I said, you can do anything. We live in America. This is the best country in the world, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the best country in the world. Anything is possible here. You can do anything. All you got to do is do your research. And when it doesn't make sense, I'm here to tell you, it may not make sense, but as soon as you make it make sense, it might turn around and make you some coins. No pun intended. But let me let this gentleman speak. Shout out to Clayton Howard. So he's one of the male escorts who was part of Diddy's whole freak off thing with Cassie. And he has this to say to the people, and this is why he went public. Let's get it.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And
this ninja said his name is Dave. Where did Clayton come from, bro? This ninja said his name is Dave. Hold on.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex.
All right, so this ninja named Dave. So I'm assuming that that's his I guess alias that he used during the trial, because his name is Clayton Howard. Like, I looked this information up, unless everybody who made these publications is wrong, me included. But we're gonna call him Dave. Shout out to Dave. Here we go.
Trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me.
Now, first off, this ninja said black women like myself.
But what the hell, boy?
Hold on, let me go back to it. Let's run it back. My fault. Let's get it.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me.
Ninja, what?
But what the hell, boy?
My ninja said black women like myself. Shout out to yeah. I said the same thing, y'all. I said black women like myself. I guess he made a mistake. He probably was uncomfortable, because it's uncomfortable to come out in public and say, I guess, the information that he's saying. Like, you know, it's not really comfortable to come out and be like, yeah, this girl gave me a STD, ninja. And I gotta tell you, ninjas,
You need to leave.
Those kind of things are usually kept in privacy, right? In privacy. So here we go.
Try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something.
Also brothers, shout out to all my Adams that find their way to my page. Like I said, gentlemen, we have to expect and accept the fact that there are women that like different things. So different women like different things. Different women like different kind of guys. You guys cannot be mad when a woman is not necessarily into you or doesn't like you or doesn't have a positive sentiment for you. Me personally, I don't deal with I don't deal with people who don't like me. That's just me. I suggest you just do the same thing. So if somebody doesn't like me and they make it clear, you ain't got to say nothing else. Excuse me. You ain't got to say nothing else to me. I'm not finna be in your face like, why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? I'm not that type of ninja. That's just never been me, because like I said, I've been hating on since I was a youngin'. So I'm never the type to really pull up to somebody like, hey, we should hang out, and they don't really like me. That was me being nice when I was in my past life and this life. And I say past life like a couple years ago. I don't do that weak shit no more. And I feel like you guys shouldn't either. Here we go.
Women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence...
All right, let's stop there because that was a lot of information. That was a lot of information to digest. So Cassie allegedly told the U.S. Attorney's Office, I guess this is before the trial started, if we do the timeline, before the trial started, about their current relationship, or whatever the case may have you, or their previous relationship, prior relationship, whatever you want to call it. So she told the U.S. Attorney's Office first, and from there, I guess they equipped him with a lawyer, and then the lawyer probably told him what his rights were, or an attorney, whichever one you want to call it. They told him what his rights were and what kind of legal action he can take. That's what I'm getting from this. Let's continue.
Those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home.
Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So it turns out, based off of what this gentleman said, that Cassie is the one who wanted to continue to freak off when Diddy and him were exhausted. Ninja. Shocking allegations, people. Let's get it.
Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle.
Ninja.
What the hell? Oh my God.
All right, so shout out to Twan. Twan said exhausted. Yeah. Hey, so based off of what he said, Cassie was on her period, and when Cassie was on her period, she forced herself on him. Ninja.
You need to leave.
Damn, we gotta run that back. Hold on. My bad.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura.
My bad. And I'm just trying to digest this, and I accidentally jumped off it. I can't skip fast forward. We might go to TikTok with it, but yeah, that's insane, bro. That's insane.
For damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media, and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him.
All right, boom. Key indicators, key points, and shout out to KB, because KB said men do get raped too. Yes, they do. So she said that he was the one who she fornicated with when she said that Diddy forced her to engage in fornication. Here we go.
That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter.
So the time when she got raped, or supposedly said she was raped, he came out and said that Cassie was the one who enforced the sexual encounter. Yeah. Yeah, say, bro. I don't know what to believe, but let's let him finish. Shout out to KB. KB said, fix me a coffee too, BA. You got bad hospitality. Shake my head. Hey, man, this coffee ain't tasty. I'm here to tell you. This coffee is black. If you like your coffee black, I'm black, so I like my coffee black. No pun intended. But, yeah, man. I mean, this coffee just some instant coffee. Is just to help keep me up. You know, it was a crazy night last night. It was crazy. I got you next time with some coffee. I'm gonna make you some coffee, KB. And I guess since I can't give it to you, I'll drink it for you. I don't know. It makes no sense. I got you. I got you next time. Here we go.
Well, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that. That Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle.
What the hell?
All right.
Oh my God, no way.
So he said Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated rage, forced herself while she was, you know, I don't want to get too graphic. Shout out to the Eves. No disrespect to the ladies, right? I don't want to get too graphic. But she forced herself on him while she was leaking, you know.
What the hell?
Yeah. While she was leaking.
Oh my God, no way.
Let's continue.
And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the room. She manipulated the environment to get what she wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserved more respect than that.
Woo! Appreciate you, K Breeze. K Breeze says, shout out to the sound effects. Yeah, bro. It's the only thing that makes sense, bro. We got to get some more. I'm going to get some more new sounds. I can't remember who, but one of our Eves told me I need to get more sounds. She like watching the show, but I need more sounds. So I got more sounds. And I got some more coming too. But this is enough for now. But yeah, like I said, all I can say is this, bro.
What the hell? Oh my
yeah, that's
God,
wild, dog.
no way.
Yeah. That's wild, bro. Here we go.
As a man, if I had laid down with a woman and forced myself on her and orgasmed in her and she got up and it was leaking out of her, guess what? I would have raped her. So by
KB said, call it earning your red wings, ninja. Now, yeah. Shout out to Mana. Mana said what? Mana said his sound effects are his past sexual cries. Ninja, Mana, you gotta chill, brother. Chill, Mana. All right, let's continue. Mana said I'm the one saying what the hell. Let's continue. Here we go.
Statute, by case law definition, Cassandra Ventura sexually assaulted me. I'm not looking to destroy Cassie. I've given Cassie more than a year to settle this before things got out of control. The problem is she's being supported by women like you who choose to attack male victims instead of accept the truth, which is that a woman could have lied to get revenge on the ex-boyfriend who broke her heart and hurt her. It happens, people. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and that's true. If you hurt some women, they will do everything in their power. If you hurt some men, they'll do everything in their power to hurt you. But I want to end this by saying this. Cassie did this to herself. They say he who sets out on the course of revenge should dig 2 graves. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on the stand trying to destroy Diddy. She should have took her 20.
All right, so this ninja just said the grave of Clayton Howard himself. So this ninja is Dave Clayton Howard or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is, yeah, that's wild. If it's all true, I don't know what to believe. Let me let him finish. Hold up.
$30 million and walked into the sunset, people. She should have never gotten on the stand and created further liability for herself by telling more of the lie that she created to get this man sent to prison for his life. She made a mistake when she got on the stand, people. She made a mistake when she got on the stand and lied about the events with Clayton Howard. Clayton Howard is a victim of Cassandra Ventura. Clayton Howard didn't ask to be in a relationship with Cassandra Ventura while she was sleeping with numerous men per week. I get it. You all think I was a nasty male prostitute sleeping with women, all different women all the time. It actually didn't work like that. To have certain types of people that can pay you that well, what you really have to do is you have to focus on people who are affluent. And affluent people don't engage in activities like that. So I might have had a client once a month. The truth is I was only a male escort for 2 years. I continued in the profession because Cassie and Diddy continued to pay me very well. And I was an ex-con. I needed money. I was trapped in a situation. I'll admit that. I didn't know what to do. But does that mean I...
All right, so boom. So this is where the coercion comes in. Coercion comes in because he was trapped in a situation where he felt like he had to do that because he probably never get no money like that again. So that's where it's like, is this coercion or is it not? Now, me personally, if there was a woman that was very attractive and she wanted me to, she wanted to pay me, if she was paying me $100, everybody got a price. Let me say it like that. Everybody got a price, right? So if it was a fine, if she had a ninja, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. But I'm saying, if there was an older woman that wanted to treat me like a sugar baby, would I take the bait? Would I take the bait? I probably wouldn't, right? I probably wouldn't. And the reason why I probably wouldn't is because the stipulations, like the responsibilities that come with being this woman's sex toy, if you will, I don't think I can engage in that. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. Shout out to Mona. JP means just playing. Just playing. Here we go.
I should be victim shamed because the same thing that happened to women all the time happened to me.
And shout out to KB. KB said that Dave, or what's his name, Clayton Howard, was a willing participant. Here we go.
Is a man? No. And for those women out there, for you black women who choose to shame me as a black man for telling my truth, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's probably pretty much all I have to say.
Shout out to Twan. Twan says, shit, I done it before. Oh, man. Here we go.
You will not see me too much in the media. I don't need the public to believe me. I just need a jury of my peers and 12 people to believe me in the court. And thanks to the testimony of Cassie during the trial of Sean Combs, I have that. Thank you for watching. Stop victim shaming. Thank you.
Now, we're not victim shaming anybody. What I will say is, bruh, y'all cannot turn around and do stuff, bro, and then blame it on people. Shout out to Twan. Twan said nothing wrong with the Cougars. Shout out to the Cougars of America. So Clayton Howard was a male escort alleging he contracted an STD. He also claims that Cassie aborted his unborn child. Let's see what the comments say. Her husband is a saint, sleeping next to her every night. It makes sense. She says she was having mouth sores and outbreaks while she was doing freak-offs, which means you knowingly knew you had STDs and you kept doing sexual activities with people, and that's just illegal. Bars. People saying at this point she may just be as bad as Diddy. Yeah, man, I don't know what to believe, man. I don't know what to believe. Let me see if we got an update on the Diddy case. Here we go.
And when Diddy come home, his first party he throw, I'm going to that shit. Wow.
Shut up, Ninja.
But what the hell, boy?
Everybody going to a Diddy party. We got Kim Porter's friend LaWanda saying that Diddy's kids didn't want Jane Doe around. Here we go.
Cassie.
Jane Doe I knew her before she knew Mr. Combs, and she really wanted this. She has caused a lot of ruckus in our lives in the past 3 years to where the kids didn't want her around. I feel like she is doing what she wanted to do to get what she wants. She has, like I'm going to say, he has tried to break up with her, and she has really flipped out and was very angry when he had a fourth child. And that really started a spiraling.
And you're talking about Jane.
Yes.
And then there's Cassie, who was
Yes.
the first star witness,
Yes.
who has moved on with her life.
Yes.
And still said from the witness stand she very much loves Sean Combs.
Yeah.
What do you make of Cassie's tale from the witness stand?
I have had to deal with her for the whole time of the relationship because Kim, there's a picture of the three of them. Kim was still with him, and she was 4 months pregnant with twins. So there's a lot of things that weren't told and didn't come out in that.
And yeah, man, I said this before, I'll continue to say this. Like the gentleman said, Clayton Howard, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And I said this before when we discussed it. Like I said, we've been discussing this since like last year when we had the episodes Diddy, Jay-Z, and the Dark Side of Fame. And yeah, I personally thought that Cassie had pulled a plug on Diddy and everything because he had got Young Miami. And, you know, she had wanted kids. I think she wanted kids with Diddy, and she was mad that Diddy didn't want to give her no kids. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying that's what I think. So she was pissed about all that and not having no kids with him because she wanted the kids. And then she's seeing all that, all his kids, you know, they got their own family. She ain't got her own family. So I guess she got pissed, and that's how things went left, honestly. And I'm not saying that to be rude or whatever. I'm just saying, you know, you got to call a spade a spade. Like women, women are going to want kids by you if they with you for a long time, or else they gonna feel like, and not all women, some, not all, these are the terms that we're governed by. But yeah, gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, if you stay with a woman long and she wants kids, she's gonna expect kids by you, or else she's gonna be mad at you because in her eyes you took her good years. You feel me? So always keep that in mind. Shout out to KB for spitting the real. KB said, I seen firsthand women do shit like that, and women like that. So yeah, I'm here to tell y'all, bro, that's just the game, bro. That's the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's as to why she did what she did. Whether or not she admits it, that's of her own discord, and that's up to her. She doesn't really have to. She came up off of 30 million and she got kids now, but I'm pretty sure she wanted kids with Diddy. She wanted the whole 9 and she didn't get the whole 9. And it's hard because, like I said, the mistake that Diddy made was putting her in that situation. Whether or not he liked that kind of shit, you can't put the girl that you have love for or you love, you can't put her in a position like that and then want to have kids with her. So kind of Diddy did it to himself. So Diddy put himself, and I don't know how niggas do it, but they call this they call it a cuck, right? We gonna say that.
You need to leave.
So Diddy put himself in a cuck position, and that's probably why he didn't want to have kids with her. And it's like, you didn't have to put yourself in that position to be with her. You could have found another girl to do that with, but you chose to make that girl Cassie. For what reason? I don't know, but that's his business and he got to deal with that. I personally think if they never got into that level of sexual activity and fornication, they probably would have had kids, because, you know, it was a certain level of disrespect that came with doing whatever they were doing. And that's probably how it kind of, you know, they kind of, you know, as men and women, we compartmentalize certain aspects of our lives. So they start putting it like this and that. So you know, me as a ninja, I'm thinking if I was Diddy, I'm not finna have the mother of my kids turn around and sleep with other ninjas, okay? You feel me?
You need to leave.
We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. You'll never convince me. Mother of my kids sleeping with ninjas. Come on now.
But what the hell, boy?
Come on now. That ain't finna happen. We ain't doing all that. Let's continue.
That my friend went through and the hurt that she caused, you know, I am very disappointed in a lot. She's very close to my kid, and I'm just very disappointed in things that she said, because everybody had choices and I lived it, so nobody can sit there and tell me that nobody could have done this and nobody could have did this. I lived it.
Some people would say that the women are victims of a horrible man. Other people might say that these women put up with horrible behavior because there was a payoff. How do you view it?
I feel like this, especially.
I feel like a bit of both. I feel like a bit of both. I feel like Diddy wasn't necessarily a horrible man. The ninja had anger issues, and that nigga, I almost said nigga. My bad.
You need to leave.
Shout out to my ninjas everywhere. My fault, bro. What I was gonna say, yeah, it's not that Diddy was a horrible man. He had anger issues and domestic violence. He was domestically violent. Secondly, I keep saying Diddy was thugging. So Diddy is a reminder of the old thugs, the OG thugs that y'all looked up to back in the day. Diddy was moving like that in them streets. So he was keeping the gangster. He was moving like the Italian mafia or whatever. So, you know, he have ninjas that he could pay to go handle business for him. He was one of them gangsters. Not like I do it myself, but I got ninjas I could pay to make you disappear. Kind of thug, right? So that's the whole thing. And then the women that he was dealing with like that kind of shit. So that's why they was in that situation. Past that, yeah, man, you know, when you really like a girl or whatever, or when you, well, back in the day, you know, I got more self-control now, but back when I was trying to be a thug out here in these streets, and my bad if it's getting kind of dark. I told y'all it's been raining all day, so it's dark right now. Shout out to Twan. Twan said, you couldn't pay me to be in a freak off with dudes. Big facts. Big facts. Yeah. Ninja, you could be in a whole nother room, but I'm gonna need my room with like 2 girls, and we gonna be doing what we does. We gonna be doing this and that. This what we gonna be doing. Yes, sir. That's what we gonna be doing. Yes, sir. But other than that, yeah. You can't convince me, bro. You can't convince me. I'm good. I ain't trying to see peepees flying around, Ninja. Okay? Ain't no peepees for me. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, no way.
Yeah, I'm only trying to see my peepee. Here we go.
Especially with number 2, who I was very, very close to. I feel that I'm not going to excuse the things that he has done that was wrong, because those are issues that he needs to work on, but they also did things that were not right, and a lot of things that were not told in court.
Cassie.
And there you go. Like I said, y'all know the stories. Like I said, y'all know the story, bro. When it come down to it, bro, it's things that we don't know that was not told in court. Even though they say you're supposed to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, or so help you God. People can omit certain information while still telling a version of the truth. You get me? So that's the whole thing with that. So I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But what I do know is we're gonna keep you updated on that. Last thing before we go, we gotta play the Diddy. You know, we gotta play that Diddy video of Diddy hearing his own diddle on the Breakfast Club. We're gonna play that, then we're gonna get up on out of here. Let me see. Here we go. Shout out to April. April said Cassidy, I guess she meant Cassie. April said Cassie was dangerous. She even talked about his big wife who passed away. She was jealous of his dead wife, and she wanted to be the main chick. She tried to get this man locked up for life. Shake my head. Cassie is the biggest freak. Bars. And I mean, we said this before. And that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying prior to. That's what I was saying, where I was like, oh, you know, Cassie wanted to be, like, she wanted the kids. Like, she wanted to be whatever Kim was to Diddy. She wanted to be that. And that was why she probably was pissed off, because she did all this with Diddy. And, like, he didn't make her his wife. But like I said, shout out to I had a brain fart, but like I said, man, shout out to all them ladies that Diddy dealt with. Like I said, you can't have no freak offs with a woman that you want to be your wife. Maybe after y'all got married, but before y'all got married, bro, y'all cannot turn around and have freak offs with people that you want to be your wife, because it's hard to look at your significant other doing stuff with another man and or woman. Shout out to the Alphabet Brigade and the LGBTQIA+. Nobody's comfortable doing that, bro. Not with your wife, unless y'all really cool like that. Like I said, different strokes for different folks. So I can't say nobody, but the majority of people are not going to be okay with watching their significant other engage in fornication with somebody else unless they cool like that. Let me see. 1 second. Here we go. We got to play that video. We got to get a quick laugh in. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I don't play games. Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But yeah.
Did you
compilation? Nah, I was.
And y'all hit the like button, man, for this podcast episode. Come on now, hit the like button. And shout out to April. Hopefully April becomes one of our Eves. Shout out to April. April, how you doing? We're happy to have you here with us. Here we go.
Coming off of being in Miami a night of partying, I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
No. But what the hell, boy?
That was you. Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
I don't know what I was talking about.
Hey. Nah. I mean, I was
you don't go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I'm sure we can put Charlamagne's compilation against Diddy's compilation.
We have a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't do.
Hey, shout out to Twan. Twan said a night of partying makes sense. It makes sense, don't it? It makes sense, don't it? But look, we're going to show y'all one more thing too. So Twan, we did an episode where Nori, shout out to Nori, by the way, shout out to Nori. We did an episode on Nori. I don't know if y'all seen it on social media. So Nori told us what actually happened and why he was talking like that. We're going to show y'all that after this one. Here we go.
Do it because I know I'm bad at the game. Right. I know I say like reckless stuff out my mouth that's just not maybe,
Shout out to KB. KB said it and he didn't remember. That ninja, no, he didn't remember though, because you got to think about it. If he was really drugged out the way he was drugged out on that paraphernalia, he had no clue. That's why he was looking like, damn, what I said? When did I say that? Oh, no.
And up to with somebody who's homophobic, but I'm not homophobic and I really don't, care. You know what I'm saying?
No, the craziest thing, shout out to the alphabet boys and girls in the LGBTQIA brigade, right? The craziest thing is this ninja said he not homophobic, and this ninja had a bunch of cocks around him, okay? I had to say it like that, bro. Come on now. Come on now. That ninja, this ninja Diddy. All right, hold on. Let me show y'all what Nori said. Hold up. So Nori described what happened, and those of you, if you don't know where that footage is from, that footage is actually from a Drink Champs interview with Nori and Diddy. So basically it was Nori, Diddy, and Fab. Nori, Diddy, Fab, I think, and Jada Kiss. And I think they was discussing whatever they were discussing, and then he said that, and everybody was just looking at him like, what the hell? But yeah, so Nori sat down with the Breakfast Club. Nori sat down with the Breakfast Club, and then he discussed what actually happened. We're going to pull that up. Hold on. Let me see. We discussed that last week, I believe. Let me see. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Hold up. Let me see if I can find this shit. It's been a while. It's been like a week ago. Time flies. Time really flies on this social media ish. Let me see. We might go to here we go. I'm about to find it. Hold up. I'm about to find it. 1 second. Nori. Let me go forward. Hold up. Y'all bear with me. Y'all hit the like button, bro. Let me see. I just seen Nori. 1 second. Where is it? I just seen it. JD. Where is it? I just seen it. Damn. I hate when my eyes do that. Hold on. I just seen it. Diddy, blah, blah, blah. Diddy. We might go to the Breakfast Club page because that's where they discussed it at. Blah, blah. Damn, I just seen it. I hate when this happens. I just seen it. I just seen Jim Jones and everything. We might go to the Breakfast Club. Hold on. Let me go to the Breakfast Club page, show you guys. Breakfast Club. My bad, y'all. Y'all about to hear my sounds. Here we go. We're gonna go to the Breakfast Club. Let me see if I can find it. Trade of Truth, Carlos King, Nori. All right, so Nori right here. So Nori, 1 second. Right here, Tony Baker. So this is what it was right here. So Nori speaks on the Diddy Sus Drink Champs interview. And here's what happened. Shout out to Charlamagne the Jizzle. Oh, well, Angela not there. Shout out to Charlamagne, Lauren, DJ Envy, and Jess Hilarious. Shout out to all of them. So this what actually happened. So this is what actually happened allegedly in that interview where Diddy said that. This is what happened. Here we go.
Another quick slide.
Go ahead, let's go.
Diddy, guilty or not guilty?
Damn. You know what? I'm gonna leave that in the air. You know what I mean? All I can say is when I've ever been around, but I've never saw it. You know, I've never saw this monster that they described. When I hear the testimony, because I got ears and I got Q-tips, some of this shit I'll be like, whoa. And then some of it I'm like, nah. But I don't know.
But you've seen the freaky first hand.
No, I've never seen. I've really.
See, just I
we
thought you
see
went
the
like
interview
that?
every day, Nori.
What'd you say?
your
the interview goes
interview.
viral every day.
All right, so what y'all heard earlier when they talked to Diddy, that's the interview they're referring to. Here we go.
Yeah, your interview, yeah.
When you look back at that, when you look back at that clip, do you be like, huh?
We saw the freaky
All right,
first.
you ready for this?
Yes.
All right.
Now, like I said, y'all let us know whether or not you think this is true. So put a 1 in the chat if it's true. If you think it's true, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't think what he says is true, put a 2 in the chat. Here we go.
All right, y'all ready for this?
Yes.
I've been waiting to say this story.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's party.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go.
I feel like I'm back at court. It's a witness testimony.
Okay.
You want us to play it to refresh your memory?
No, I'm very refreshed. I see it every time it goes.
Hold on, I gotta stop real quick. Shout out to KB. Yeah, KB, I say it all the time. KB said, thank you for not calling Charlemagne the God. Charlemagne the God. Yeah, bro, y'all know how I feel. Shout out to the Most High, man. I can't disrespect the Most High. And you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Charlemagne. Like, I rock with Charlemagne, but I don't call another man God. So I call him Charlemagne the Jizzle, because he be acting a little funny too. Shout out to Charlemagne. Shout out to Twan. Twan said, I don't even got to see it to know it's cap. Let's see. Damn, Twan, wait. Damn. Damn, Twan, wait. Let's see. Let's hear it. Come on. Hold on. Here we go.
Everyone, they uptag.
Now, I understand where you coming from, Twan, because he had a lot of time to think about his story. But damn, hold on, bruh.
Yes, I look at it too, and I watch the whole shit too. So, all right, here's what happened. Me and Fab have a great relationship. Me and Jada has a great relationship. Drink chats, we're hot at the time. We got a budget to fly around. So they're in L.A., we fly to L.A. EFN misses his flight, or I forget what happens. Boom. Jada kissing them are on their promo run. Mm-hmm. I, like the creative person that I thought I was being, I messed up. But I thought I was being creative. I hit Puff. And I was like, yo, they're doing a whole press run.
That was for the Fab and
Kiss album.
Yep.
They're doing a whole press run. What can make ours different? You come to the show. So he's like, all right, cool. It's Groovy Lou's birthday. We're going to go celebrate with y'all. Boom. Now that part, you forget. That's why the candles was there. Right. It was Groovy Lou's birthday, who is a Rastafarian. The furthest thing from anything flagrant.
Yep.
Right? Fab, Jada Kiss, and Diddy arrive at the same time. Remember, Diddy's a surprise. So my friend Mr. Lee, who's Dominican, what's his slang? Dottie. Yo, Dottie. That's how you talk in Dominicans, because they don't want to say Poppy. Poppy is a Puerto Rican thing. You know?
Twan said the story cat. Because it's already too long. Wait, bro, wait. Just listen, bro. Listen. Hold on, listen.
See what I'm saying? So he sees Diddy. He's like, yo, Dottie, you got to put you over here, Dottie, because we got, and we don't want them to see it. So Diddy got that in his head now. Dottie. Now he just kicking Dottie. He think that's what we saying. No, that's not what we're saying.
What the hell,
Listen to this, people. Come on now.
That's what Mr. Lee is saying. That's it. That's it. So we walk over and he goes, yo, what's up, Dottie? Fucks the interview up immediately. Yes, it does. All right, cool. Puts us in a. But here's what y'all don't know. When he's saying to Fabulous, yo, why don't you party with me no more? Look at us in front of Fabulous. That's not Ciroc. Fabulous had a whole Coco Loso with Diddy. So when I'm inviting Diddy to co-host, he has a whole nother thing.
So look, so what he's saying is, shout out to Twan. Twan said, not gonna lie, them Dominicans do some crazy-ish. So shout out to KB. KB said Fab done partied allegedly. So look. So what he's saying is, the reason why he said, why you don't party with me no more, is because y'all know Diddy owns Ciroc, and I gotta actually show y'all something else too, because I said this before as a conspiracy theory, but now they starting to come out with it because Diddy beat the case. They're saying the reason why they try to trip Diddy up is because Ciroc actually owed him $2 billion. People don't know that though. Word on the internet streets. And shout out to Ciroc, please don't sue me as a cease and desist. I'm just saying what I seen on the internet streets. Everything is allegedly and for entertainment purposes and commentary only, but that's what they saying on the net, and that's what they've been saying. Dr. Umar, if y'all know Dr. Umar, shout out to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar said this a while back, but yeah. So they're saying the reason why he said that, why you never party with me no more, is because, you know, he didn't have the Ciroc in front of him, and Diddy was promoting Ciroc at the time as his brand. Like, he had a partnership with Ciroc. So the whole thing was, oh, you know, you got to kind of rep my, you know, we at this thing, you're not repping my Ciroc, you're not drinking Ciroc with me. Here we go.
He's coming at Fab. Why you not drinking Ciroc no more? Right. That's what he's saying. Mm-hmm. Why we don't party no more? And look, he's pointing at it. He's like, and Fab, if you look, Fab is almost trying to throw the vodka away, because he's like, and you know, he had a deal. So that's really what that was about. Like, that's what, and the daddy part came from Mr. Lee, and you know,
hold on, Nori.
No,
there was more to that.
Let's go. I'm in. More to that freaky.
He said, "I like it.
I like it when you scramble,
like that, Daddy.
Yeah.
When you scrambling and scraping like that,
so
Daddy."
Oh man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was as Nori said. That was flagrant, bro. You cannot tell a man, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit, bro. Come on, bro. Shout out to Twan. Twan said, I don't believe it for real. Here we go.
No Dominicans was saying no scrambling and scraping.
Hey, that part, I can't. I don't know, Daddy. I don't know. I was thrown off too. And you know what's the crazy thing about it? You know, I was sitting on the editing floor.
And you was like, keep all that in.
I was like, fuck it.
It's
hilarious. I was like, fuck. Yeah, but that's that story.
Yeah, I mean, the Diddy thing is interesting. Like, I don't know whether he's guilty or not. But that interview was classic before that.
Yeah, it's classic.
Before any of this shit took off.
Absolutely.
I played it for him when he was in.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.
We segueing into the Drink Champs interview when you was with Nori and Fab and Jada and everybody. They made a compilation video with you because they said you were sounding real suspect.
I was coming off of being in Miami a night of party, and I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, when you put my bag
Daddy,
in.
I like when you scrambling and scraping for
No.
shit.
Y'all see how he looked at Charlamagne, bro? He was like, what? Here we go.
You
scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
But let me ask you another quick slide.
Go ahead, let's go.
Diddy, guilty or not?
All right, man. Hey, man, look. Let me show y'all. Hold up. Let me go to Insta. Where Insta at? Insta. Not Insta. Let me go to TikTok so I can show y'all the Ciroc thing. Insta. It's going on Instagram now, but it's been on TikTok. Been talking about it. They said that's the real reason why everything happened, because they owe him money. They ain't want to pay him out. Let me see. Hold on. Where is TikTok at? Shout out to Twan. Twan said Molly make mother efforts too uncomfortable. Facts. All right, let me see. All right, hold on. Watch this. So Diddy. Hold up. Ciroc. Hold on. My bad. I know y'all hearing my sounds. Those are some of my sounds. Hotkeys. So listen to this, people. This came out a day ago too. First off, we'll start with this one.
Hennessy, come out and play.
Yeah, this ninja was a fool, bro. This ninja was a fool, but here we go.
Right there, futures type in Diageo market cap, $81 billion.
Hold on. We got to find it without the sound. Here we go.
Keep in mind, if you don't know who Diageo is, Diageo owns everybody.
Now, like I said, conspiracy theory, people. We don't know whether or not this is true. I'm just showing you guys the info because it's been out, okay? Conspiracy theory. Let's get it. All right? Conspiracy theory. Let's get it.
Walker, Crown Royal, Smirnoff, Kettle One, Don Julio, Casamigos, Captain Morgan, Bailey Irish Cream, Guinness. They own all these companies. So Ciroc, hey, this is big. We're bringing Diddy in. He's going to take it from 40,000 to 2 million. Profitable. This is great. Let's make some money together. 2013, De Leon Tequila co-ownership. Diddy and Diageo jointly acquired De Leon Tequila, making it a deeper investment relationship. May of 20.
Oh, and also remember that you heard this here first on the Blac Pill podcast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, we like to show you guys smoke, mirrors, and truth. Take the Blac Pill and see for yourself. We like to show you guys the secrets of what's going on in the music industry. If we can find it, we like to discuss some of the conspiracies of the music industry. We like to keep you up to game on what's going on with your favorite artist, producer, entertainer, whatever you may call it. So like I said, if you like what we're doing, man, hit the like button, keep following us, turn your notifications on, pop up in the live. Let's get it.
2023, Diddy sues Diageo. Diddy filed a lawsuit accusing Diageo of neglecting the De Leon brand, racial discrimination, claiming they marketed it as an urban product and failed to treat him as a true business partner. Then in January 2024, they settled out of court. Diageo and Diego settled the dispute out of court. While details still remain sealed, the settlement marked the end of their business relationship. So this is from
2007 until 2024. They've been dealing with each other. Shit you don't know.
Till 2024, 17 years. Could they have protected him? I don't know. Their CEO currently today is Deborah Ann Crew. She was a former intelligence officer in the military. Once intelligence officer, forever you're an intelligence officer.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if we got more. Here goes 50 Cent explaining the drink industry had beef with Diddy And that's what I'm telling you about, where you go down a rabbit hole and you see stuff you're not supposed to see. Now, shout out to all these people. Don't send the Goonies after me. If y'all want me to stop talking about this, give me $50 million, okay? 50 million, I'll go do my music and my business. Give me 50 M's, I won't say anything. Here we go.
Experience with major corporations, like me, my particular experience with Beam Centauri, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It's not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them.
And shout out to Big U, and the famous words of Big U, who actually got recently indicted for a RICO charge, and we discussed that. Nobody's bigger than the program, and that's what I keep trying to teach you guys. You can go big, but always remember, when you go big, if you try and go bigger than the program, they will take you out. And the media is the fourth branch of government. I've said this before, I'll continue to say this. Shout out to what's the good brother's name? Shout out to Eli, my brother Elijah. He had the book and we discussed it in the book. So the media is the fourth branch of unrestricted government. So the media can paint an image of you like that. So be careful who you piss off, people, even me. That's why I'm mindful of what I say, and that's why I tell y'all it's comedic banter, because I know I'm saying stuff that may ruffle people's feathers. I'm not trying to piss nobody off to the point I can't find work, I can't put food on my table. Shout out to Twan. Twan said if even 50 Cent says it may be true. Here we go.
So like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big.
And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. We know only what the public is, you know, what they're showing to the public. But when you do the research, this is some of the things that's really going on. Here we go.
Part of it. The spirits business it's not governed. They got a discus board that they created, right? If you got two companies that are $3 billion.
Hold on. And it's certain ninjas that you don't know. If you know, I'll tell you. Like, I think it's I know 50. Shout out to 50. Shout out to Twan. Twan said he fried. Man, ninja. And shout out to KB. KB said I'm good at satire. I appreciate you, KB. I appreciate that for real. That means a lot to me. But yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, it's a couple of rappers that's in the liquor industry. So I know 50 has Leche Demroy or some shit like that. I know Rick Ross got what Rick Ross got? He got the Rose. I know he got the Rose, and then I know Diddy has Ciroc. I can't remember the other artists, but yeah, a lot of these people partner up with the liquor because, like he just said, it's unrestricted. Here's Dr. Umar's theory. Here we go.
Somebody wants Sean Puffy Combs completely destroyed, and I think I know who it is. I believe it is Diego. I believe it is the British.
And when he say Diego, he's referring to Diageo, the dude that they were saying Diageo and Diageo. He's referring to them, okay?
Based liquor company.
Shout out to Twan. Yeah, Rick Ross got Bel Air. He got Bel Air Rose. Yes, sir. Bel Air. I forgot the name. And like I said, when you look at all these ninjas, so 50, I don't know how much 50's worth, but I know that Rick Ross is worth over $100 million. Shout out to Ricky Ross, the boss. Yes, sir. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent is like 60 upwards of 100 million, but I know these ninjas got money, and the reason why they diversified their investments. And like I said, I always tell you guys about these people because I'm not gonna say I looked up to these people, but I read their books. You know, I wanted to understand their mentality because I want to make that kind of money in the future, God willing. Here we go.
That Puffy was doing business with. They're one of the biggest liquor companies in the world. They market and sell some of the most popular brands of liquor, including Ciroc. And Diddy had an agreement with them where they would help him market his De Leon tequila brand. And Diddy took issue with Diego because they had described the De Leon tequila liquor, Puffy's brand. They described it to their customer base as if it was an inner city, urban, quote unquote, ghetto, hip hop type of liquor. And
all right,
Puffy
so boom.
took issue with that.
So boom. And shout out to KB. KB says she doesn't like Dr. Umar. It's all good, KB. Some people we don't like, but we got to listen to what they're saying because they may have a good message behind them and or a bad message. But we'll just use him for purposes of the discussion now. So look, Yeah, so he said that basically the problem was Diddy was trying to go mainstream, right? So you can do urban, like you can niche down to the black people. Shout out to all my black people everywhere. But let's say you want to sell to the world. For example, who can I use as an example? You want to sell to the world, for example. If you want to sell to the world, you got to go commercial. To go commercial, you got to be a ninja like Drake. I'm going to use Drake as the example, but just follow me. So Drake, for example, Drake is a rapper that make pop music that the whole world can sing. So we all can come together and say a Drake song. We could all come around together and say, I said, tell me what's really going on. Drizzy back up in this thing, I'm ready. What's happening? We can all come together and say that. Now that's how you make money commercially, globally, not just to a specific type of people. So not just to urban or whatever the case may have you. And Diddy's been trying to go big because like we said, he's a billionaire, or he was a billionaire before all this. So he's trying to make his money expand. To make his money expand, he can't only talk to his people. He has to find a way to meet and unite all people on common ground. Let's continue.
Because he said, I'm a global icon. I'm a hip hop mogul. Don't limit my product just to black people. And by doing that, you're dissuading white people and non-blacks from buying my liquor.
And there you go. So you're capping my money. You're capping my money. And shout out to Twan. Twan said, hey, he said they probably knew about the freak offs and that's why they kept it urban. All right, I feel you. Good point. But the problem is, right, with Diddy, right, even with the freak offs and stuff, now that was a very good point, Twan. Shout out to Twan. That was an extremely good point. Cause I was gonna say, you know, we seen Diddy. I think KB said it earlier. KB said, oh, we seen Diddy with like Ellen and shit like that. Like he went to Ellen's show. So we seen Diddy cool with a lot of white people. And the reason why Diddy was around a lot of white people is because Diddy had good public relations. So he understood to get cool with these people, I got to be around these people and show my face and show that I'm cool with them. Because ain't nothing wrong with the white people. We love the white people, but they don't know you love them and that you cool with them until they're around. They see you around they kind of people. It's like, okay, so we good. You feel me? Like me personally, like I have white people that I know that I'm cool with, but I tell y'all all the time, I'm not cool with every single white person that I meet. They got to show me that they cool with black people. And it's like, okay, so you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. But I assume that you're not cool with me because of, you know, the current state of affairs. And I mean, the past state of affairs of America. And it's all good. You feel me? It is what it is. I already understand where we at in the world. And I understand the world is changing and it takes time. But yeah, like I said, Diddy probably understood this. That's why he popped up on Ellen. He popped up on that other comedian show. I can't remember the ninja name, but that's why he popped up on all them shows. Here we go. And shout out to Mana. Mana said, Diddy filmed everything but filmed himself like a fool. Yeah, he did. Here we go.
You're cutting my sales low, and I think you're doing it on purpose because you don't want De Leon tequila to
get bigger.
Outsell all your other European controlled brands.
And look, this is why I tell y'all. Do not shout out to Cool Breeze. Cool Breeze said not everybody with white skin is not white. Facts. So look, this is what I tell y'all. That's why I tell y'all don't box yourself in. Because if you box yourself in, you literally limit the amount of money you can make. You don't have to box yourself in based off of societal standards or what society expects you to be. You can be who you want in today's time. Like they got this Democratic ninja. I can't remember the ninja's name, not to make this political, but they got this ninja right now, I think in New York, running for mayor. That ninja used to be a rapper. He's not really a ninja though. I don't know if he's Muslim or Arab. I don't know if he's Muslim or what, but yeah. He's running to be mayor right now. That ninja used to be a rapper from what they said. You know, they trying to slander him. And shout out to KB. She said what she meant to say is not everyone with white skin is white. Facts. I got what you were saying. I was trying to make that point before I forgot it, but I got what you were saying. Shout out to you. So yeah, the problem was Diddy was aware that they were trying to cap his money by trying to make him niche down into one niche when he wanted his Ciroc to be for everybody, not just urban people. Here we go.
So Puffy accused Diego of racial discrimination in advertising and marketing. Diego got upset with Puff. British-based company. They said you done already made $1 billion off of us. How dare you sue us and try to make a few more billion off of us? So they tried to get the case thrown out. But the judge allowed the case to proceed because Diego claimed that there was a clause in their contract with Puff that did not allow him to ever take them to court. Any grievances, according to the contract, Diego alleges, needed to be solved outside of court. But the judge sided with Puff and allowed the lawsuit to go forward. So Diego is losing black money because of this racial discrimination piece. Other companies don't want to do business with them because they don't want to be branded as anti-black, even if.
And you see, this why I say it get into big problems, guys. Because look, that's why I'm telling you. So when you get to numbers like this, we talking about billions. We ain't never had $1 billion before. When you get to numbers like this, you start playing with a ninja's billions of dollars. Them ninjas want you out of here, bro. When I say them ninjas want you out of here, ninja, them ninjas want you like this, bro. Case closed, bro. They want you out of there, and they gonna do whatever they can to get you out of there, bro. Okay, so please believe that, people, because you don't know who you'll be tomorrow. Be careful what you do today, and like I said, be mindful when you do business with people. Let's get it.
If they are, because everybody knows we disproportionately spend more money on liquor than any other group. So Diego is losing money. Then on top of that, Puff then already made $1 billion off of him, and now Puff is suing him for a few more billion. So what do? They decide to settle out of court. Now check this out. Diego and Puff settled out of court in January 2024. Puffy's homes are raided in March.
All right, so what are the odds? So they settle in January, and then in March he gets raided. What are the odds? Here we go.
There's no way you're going to convince me that a company that powerful, Diego operates in 180 of 194 countries in the world.
That's powerful. Damn. So this ninja, he is selling in 180 out of 194 countries of the world. That means he's making stupid money. Here we go.
Operate in 180 out of 194 countries in the world. You are not going to convince me that 1 + 1 does not equal 2. There is no way.
Yo, Sean, I said Sean, Twan is fried, bro. This ninja said whatever song in the back is hitting low key. Oh, man. Here we go.
They were forced to settle with Puffy in January, and less than 2 months later, his homes are raided. And I'm going to tell you how I believe Puffy gave them the ammunition to go after him on. When Cassie made her accusation.
And shout out to K Breeze. I know I keep stopping it, guys. You guys are making good points, so I have to say what everybody in the chat saying. KB said, black man going against them was a very foolish move. And that's what I tell y'all, ninja, if you look like me or a moniker of me or a variation of me, please remember, as you start to make money, be mindful. My advice is, if you have enough money to pay people to lower the amount of money that you actually make on paper, like to make people think you don't have as much money as you actually do, my advice for you is to do so, because you become a target when you become a man that is of a darker complexion and you get you some money. Not to be racial, but I mean, it's multiple people. This is multiple people that we've seen. The rise and fall of black men in real time. So we've seen multiple people they attacked and targeted. So we seen Diddy, we seen Shannon. Now, I'm not saying that these guys were wrong or right. I'm just saying we seen Diddy, Shannon, R. Kelly, who else? Oh, Tyler Perry. We did one on Tyler Perry. Y'all got to go through my page and find that. He's being accused right now of being sued for over $100 million as well. Who else? Prominent black figures. We seen Usher get sued. And also, like I said, people, I'm not saying they were right in these instances. I'm just saying the list of black men. Everything happened. Chris Brown just beat his case. Who else? It's a lot of different ninjas. Like I said, variations of the chocolate skin tone. So be mindful when you get that money, you're going to be a target. Be mindful. Because I personally think whoever's on this show, y'all all finna make you some money, okay? That's how I feel. That's the goal. And look, shout out to KB. KB said it best, so I'm going to say what she said. It's not being racial. It's just being truthful. The writing's on the wall. It is what it is. Even me, when I get my money, that's why I say I got the core. Like, shout out to y'all. You guys are my core. Like, the core is like family to me, right? The core is like family to me. The rest of everybody, listen, ninja. If ninjas is not part of the core, ninja, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't care what you say. I don't trust you. Now, I'm going to still be nice. I don't trust you. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be cordial. Hey, how you doing? You want to take a picture? Yeah, sure. Past that, if you're not part of the core, I do not trust you. You're not going to be able to do anything with me. I don't care how much money I got. Shout out to Mana. Mana went wild in the chat. Mana said, I can't stand them types of people. Mana wilding in the chat, bro. Oh, look. Shout out to KB. Now Lil Woody. Yeah, we just talked about Woody with Charleston White. And like I said, proximity, likeness, and relation. So majority of the time, it's going to be somebody that looks like you, is closest to you, is around your vicinity. Those are most of the people that are going to target you. When you get past that point, you should be making a decent amount of income. When you start making that income, now you got to worry about people who don't look like you, and then people who want to get over on you and use you to their personal benefit. So keep these things in mind. Here we go.
Accusations against Puff. He settled in about 24 hours. And they settled in November of 2023. Mind you, he's already in court with Diego since the spring of 2023. Watch this timeline. He sues Diego in the spring. Cassie comes out in the fall. He settles with Cassie in 24 hours. Diego is watching this. So when Diego decides to settle with Puff outside of court, they did this knowing full well we about to go after you and destroy you. You are messing with the Illuminati. You have no idea who you effing with, Sean Combs. And when Puff was so quick to settle with Cassie, that showed the whole world he was vulnerable.
Yep. Crazy conspiracy, but shout out to Young Money. Shout out to Lil Wayne, Lil Louisiana. Shout out to all of them. Yeah, man. So you know there's young money, there's old money, there's new money. There's show money. Always remember this, people. Like I said, you can't play with certain people's pockets, because if you do, you will become a target. I don't care who you think you are. Nobody's bigger than the program. Be mindful of what you do. Past that, that's it for today's stream, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. I appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to the core. Shout out to Twan. Twan said they keep confusing the world with that Illuminati-ish. I think the Illuminati is real, but the Illuminati doesn't operate under the name Illuminati because everybody knows what to expect. So they probably operate under a new term or a new kind of name. But please believe the idea of globalism and everything, one world order, that's happening. Like, globalism is a real thing, people. So our economies are intertwined now because it's the only way to make more money. All the public relations, you know, race mixing and all that, not to be prejudiced or whatever I'm saying. These things all happen because cash is king around here. So money runs the world. So all these things were able to happen so everybody could make more money and make more money and create the social hierarchy and the socioeconomic scale that we have today. Yeah, man, like I said, man, past that, that is it for today's stream. I appreciate all of y'all. Yeah, we got a W stream today. Yep, shout out to the core. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all be safe out here in these streets. Stay dangerous, people. Stay dangerous. We might be back in here tomorrow. Like I said, shout out to the core, shout out to the Adams, and shout out to the E's, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance, you are the core. This is BA. I'm back in here maybe later, if not later than tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all be safe for this 4th of July weekend. Deuces. Yes, sir.